Happy Thursday, Hawks. Weston here to start you off today. Today is the last Thursday until break and it is the last A day of the year. Today is Taco Day with sides of apple cider or assorted veggies and fruits. The students of the day are the dynamic duo Annabelle Bailey and JP Searzon, who were nominated by Miss Grinnell. Annabelle and JP are being recognized this morning for making a great gingerbread house meets dinosaur diorama. Sounds interesting and tasty. Congrats, Annabelle and JP. Alright, Hawks. Have a good Thursday. Over to Bella with the news today.
Good morning, Hawks. Bella here to bring good tidings along with today's news. After school today, we have Studio 315 and Drum and Soccer both at 3:15 p.m. and a band performance at the holiday concert from 7 to 9 p.m. in the theater. Today's Spirit Day theme is Ugly Sweater Day. Tomorrow is the last pajama day, so be sure to wear your comfiest or most festive pajamas. Now, we interrupt the daily news for a video about the construction in the newly approved Student Media Lab by Sophia and Damon.
If you've walked down the science wing, you've probably seen an off-limits area. Let's take a look inside and see what's new.
I work for Welliver, project manager. Been with the company for going on 9 years now. In the media lab alone, really mostly some big upgrades to your heavy use areas like your green room, your sound booth that you have, and then a lot of technology. So, and then the other big thing obviously is new HVAC that provides heat and air conditioning to the space. Main challenge is really is material procurement, trying to get everything we need on time. There's some really big stuff here with mechanical equipment and some real specialty type stuff with sound glass, safety glass, stuff like that. That takes a long time to get, but yeah, so that's one thing, and then the other thing is manpower and getting guys here. I think you guys have a pretty awesome program here. Something that's I think very unique that you don't see all over the place. And what we're doing here is really going to help excel that. Welliver was the company here who did the giant expansion of the building. The relationship really goes all the way back to 2009-ish, when this whole thing kind of first started. We're here, and this job is phased out until the end of the summer of 2026. Right now, actually today, we have a new job bidding. The big focus, obviously, we're upgrading as much as we can, but the big focus is on the HVAC side, energy saving side, with power, new lighting. Yep. So actually, once we're done here, which is scheduled for over the Christmas break, we switch focus from here to the B wing, which includes the technology rooms downstairs and also all of the classrooms upstairs. A lot of work going on there. Technology rooms is multifaceted, but doing big upgrades, and really the biggest is new HVAC. Yeah, that's scheduled to start over Christmas break, and then we wrap up in there over the spring break in April. We're happy to do it. It's spaces like these that we love to do, and obviously it gets very heavy use, and it's cool to see, and I know it gets appreciated and gets used a lot, so I'm happy to do it.
Expect disruptions in the B wing after break, and thank you to Corey and his team for making the school better every day.
Good job, Sophia and Damon. The lab is looking good. Hawks Thrive currently has 30 breakfast bags for delivery tomorrow. Each bag has the ingredients to make a holiday breakfast. To get one, email Mrs. Groff or Mrs. Gaze Bradford at hawksthrive@cpasd.com. Now, we have a Nest News Flash with Tony and Brock about the upcoming college football playoffs, which start with Alabama and Oklahoma tomorrow night.
Hey Hawks, it's Tony and Brock to give you some insight on the first round of the college football playoffs. First up, we got James Madison University and the University of Oregon. JMU in their journey to get there, they won the Sun Belt Conference, and their real seed in the bracket is number 24, and they snuck in because of their record of 11-1. JMU quarterback Alonzo Barrett is a dual threat with rushing and passing, and won Sun Belt Player of the Year. Oregon, being one of the best teams all year, only lost to Indiana University, and Dante Moore, Oregon's QB, was considered for the Heisman for most of the year.
All right. Next up, we have Tulane and we have Ole Miss. Tulane beat North Texas in the AAC championship game to sneak in. However, their real seed in the top 25 was number 20. Tulane's quarterback, Jade Retzloff, was also a dual threat. He actually has more rushing touchdowns than passing touchdowns. However, he does have a high completion percentage and passer rating. Ole Miss is here by beating Mississippi State in the Egg Bowl, and they've also beaten Oklahoma, who's in the bracket. Ole Miss's only loss was to Georgia, who is number 3. Ole Miss's starting QB Trinidad Shambliss is a key passer and has a really high completion percentage.
Next up, we got Miami and Texas A&M. Miami is here because of the CFB selection committee. Notre Dame was the front runner for the number 10 seed, but Miami had beaten Notre Dame the very first week, so they gave the slot to Miami. Miami quarterback Carson Beck is a big-time passer, and their defense is ranked top 10 in many aspects. Texas A&M, very strong team. Their only loss was the final week of the regular season to their rival Texas. And their quarterback Marcel Reed had a strong season and was a Heisman candidate for most of the season.
And finally, what is the first game of the first round is Alabama versus Oklahoma. Alabama QB Ty Simpson was also a Heisman candidate for most of the year. Alabama, despite losing 3 games, is here because they didn't get punished for losing their division championship game. However, Oklahoma has beaten Alabama already this season. Oklahoma quarterback John Mateer is a very strong passer, but he is playing with a hurt hand this game, so we'll see how that alters the outcome of the game. Mr. Simmons is excited about this because the winner of this game will play the Indiana Hoosiers in the Rose Bowl. And with next slide is the bracket itself to give you a visual on if the teams winning on the first round, so the very left side of the screen, will play the top 4 teams of the CFP.
JMU, Indiana, and Georgia are the only teams that won their conference. So good luck to those colleges, and now let's turn it back to Bella to the desk.
I'm back again with more news. After the break on Friday, January 9th, we're agreeing to school to support the St. Baldrick's Foundation, which researches a cure for childhood cancers. On the same day, there's a green out basketball game at the Horsehead. Okay. Make sure to bring $5 donation for halftime. And don't miss the half-court shootout, also costing $5 during the varsity halftime, with a chance to win a $150 gift card from Amazon. That's all for the news today. I'll pass it over to Brock with the weather for today.
Hey Hawks, Brock back with your weather report. Today's high is a very warm 46 degrees and a cool low of 28. Jackets are so overrated. Okay, I might be lying to you. Wearing a jacket may be a good choice for the day, but bundling up shouldn't be needed. The sun may make a few appearances today, but for the most part it'll be clouds. One important note, we are under a high wind advisory later today and into the overnight, and could see winds near 60 miles an hour at higher elevations, so be careful out there. Now let's go to Sophia with the sports.
Hey Hawks. For the sports last night, our bowling team faced off against Johnson City last night and won. The boys swimming meet was canceled and will be rescheduled. Also, the previous canceled GERD tonight, we will have boys junior varsity wrestling against the Union Endicott at 5:30. And an hour after that, Union Endicott has more going against them as our boys varsity wrestling team goes up against them. That's all, Hawks. Let's wrap it up with Emma.
Emma here to send you off this Thursday morning. In case you didn't know, today is National Twin Day and National Baked Cookies Day. I will definitely be making some Christmas cookies when I get home. Anyway, thanks for tuning in to CPPtv, your daily source of news around the nest. If you missed anything from today's show or any previous shows, check them out on our YouTube channel at CPPtv. To get updates on the show, follow our Instagram at cpp.tv. Thanks for watching and keep flying, Hawks.